What up, guys? GangstaPranksta back with a brand new episode of Gangsta Plays. Today we are here with episode 322, but before we get into today's episode, hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, episode 321, where we played Kill It With Fire. Small little indie game about killing bugs. Really hit the spot for me. If you want to know more, definitely go check out that video. It was very cathartic for me. I felt like it definitely got some good release of anger out of me. And I actually went back and played more. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, if you missed that episode, go check it out. But let's talk about today's episode. Today, for episode 322, we've got a very special game. Honestly, it's a game I'm surprised I have not done yet. It's one of my favorite PS2 games ever, and it's made by a legendary developer by Naughty Dog. For those of you who are not familiar with Naughty Dog's resume, well, let me just mention a couple games. How about Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and 3, Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course, most recently, Last of Us 1 and 2. So they got nothing but hits. But before there was Uncharted and, there was The Last of Us, we had Crash and then we had Jak and Daxter. And honestly, I really love this game. I said it already. It was one of my favorite PS2 games ever. I just remember playing the hell out of it. Like, this is my type of game. This is my favorite type of game. So I'm actually really looking forward to playing it. No Jak and Daxter. Yeah, just create the file. Create the fake file on my memory card. Oh, we're gonna make a saved slot.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my
But yeah, I haven't played this game in like,
fathers failed to find.
I want to say at least 15, 18 years, somewhere around there.
Why did they create the vast
So
monoliths
I'm
that never
really
operate?
looking forward to this.
Harness
A Naughty Dog
the
game.
life energy of the world.
I can't wait to see what they put out next. I don't know what they're working on at the moment, to be honest.
I have asked the plants, but they do not remember.
We'll talk about it after. Let's
Plants
listen to all
have
this.
asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest
There's our
on the
boy
shoulders
Jack.
of a young boy, oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Greeny Go, one of the wisest men on the planet.
Actually, watching this back, I forgot that Daxter was human.
Or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
We're not listening. Remember? Disobedient. Dude, I feel like a kid again, honestly, playing this. There's our monsters. And our very bad guys. Actually, I never beat this game. I think I got stuck at a part and I was just never able to progress.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village.
I remember I was really good at that first area because, I just kept playing it. I didn't know what to do. But yeah, this is a game I actually never beat, so I might actually go back and play it.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps.
If I enjoy myself here, which I assume I'm going to, because, love me some action-adventure games.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
Oh, there goes our buddy. Not for long, though, because he comes back as
Man, that's...
our sidekick. I don't know what kind of animal he is.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened.
Maybe he's a bandicoot? I don't think he's a bandicoot.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And Daxter, you
How'd you even know that was Daxter?
Needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages.
Look at those PS2 graphics right there.
But I can't do that either.
Actually, I was just thinking, when's the last time we played a PS2 game? But it wasn't that long ago. A couple episodes ago, we played Twisted Metal Black. And that was a fun one. In case you missed that, go check it out. I don't remember what episode number.
To melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they are
Yeah, they
willing
got
to
side
just
quests
give
for
them
us.
away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got
Brave,
the
handsome
brave
adventurer.
adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
I forgot Daxter's actually funny. For some reason, I thought he was more annoying than anything, but he's actually a pretty funny guy. Oh no, the controls. The camera's inverted. No.
You can't come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
That's gonna be annoying.
This device is a communicator. With it,
Oh, we
the
can't
father
break
and I
that.
can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Oh, I'm not a fan of the camera. Let me just try out the buttons real quick. That's my HUD. This is a crouch. That's my another HUD button. Okay. Okay, we got 2 buttons. We got 4 buttons. 2 of them do the same thing. That's attack. Triangle is some aiming reticle. That's a spin attack, of course. An ode to Crash Bandicoot there. Actually, hold on. Give me a second. Let me check my options because I want to fix this camera and I want to see if we get subtitles. I checked the options and there's really not too many options. It's really bare bones. Like, it's just like, oh, fix the aspect ratio of the screen, and for volume, unfortunately, there's no subtitles. But I did put the volume on full blast for the conversations. The dialogue, that's the word I'm looking for.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Gotcha. I mean, I was going to collect them all anyways, but now that they're going to help me out. I thought they were going to teach me how to attack. God damn it, there's a fucking fruit fly flying in front of my face. I don't know if anybody heard the, me smacking my fucking monitor. But God damn it. Yeah, definitely go check out the last episode, Kill with Fire. Man, ugh. I was just seething with how much of my hatred for bugs.
Important many of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Graph zoomer.
And like I said, I actually went back and played Kill It With Fire. I actually played the whole game. It was actually quite short. There's 10 levels. The 10th one is kind of like a bonus level. There's really nothing to do. Yeah, whatever. So it's like 9.5 levels. I keep pressing triangle. So it's really not that lengthy. And I went in, I played all the missions. I actually went back and tried to do as much as I could, like all the different side quests, completing all the different tasks.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Got a little bug guy. So yeah, I went back and did a bunch of that type of stuff. Tried to get as many of the collectibles as I can. I almost was able to 100% the game, but some of the stuff glitched out and would not let me collect all the collectibles. Like, there was one that's supposed to be in this drawer. I actually went back and watched a YouTube video. I'm like, where the fuck is this collectible? And it's supposed to be so cut and dry. It's not hidden anywhere. You open a drawer and it's right there. My game just glitched out and I can't get it, so that is unfortunate. But I did as much as I could. I had a blast unlocking all the different weapons and stuff. There's one level, the 4th level. I don't know if we did it on the video. God damn it, this fucking fruit fly. I don't know if we actually got to that mission in the video, but I think it's the 4th level where it has like this super secret basement, and there's a special code that you have to input, and actually you have to go play all the other levels. You've got to use a black light and look all over, and then eventually you'll find like a symbol that'll correlate with a spot that you have to input into that basement thing that I was just talking about. And yeah, I managed to do that. I managed to find all the things. I can collect this, right? I wasn't listening. Yes, I can. Okay, cool. I probably should have listened, but I was too busy talking about bugs. The stupid fruit fly is still flying around me. And whenever it touches my monitor, I want to go for a swing. I want to kill it. The winter is coming, and these bastards are going to be gone. I don't know about the fucking rice weevils that have infiltrated my house, but fruit flies definitely should be gone.
This is a precursor door.
And like I said, if you want to... See, that's always my concern about talking and having like a fly around me, is it flying in my mouth. I've definitely had that happen a few times, but it's one of those things where like it happens once and you never want it to happen again. And I just always have that fucking fear. Just fucking die, fruit fly. But yeah, anyways, the rice weevil I just talked about. If you want to know more about my bug situation, definitely go check out the last episode. I think I can open this door on my right. I can. But I know there's more collectibles I saw. Open Sesame. Cool.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open.
Oh, I can't.
With blue eco,
I can go in water?
breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have
I was surprised. I thought I was able to double jump, but then he went in the water and survived. Especially me being all electric. I was like, for sure, I'm gonna die here. Wow. A fucking PS2 game where you don't die in water? That's kind of shocking, to be honest. There is a double jump, but it did not activate when I tried jumping last time. Oh, what was I saying before? I don't remember. Oh, I think I was just talking about playing Kill It With Fire. Yeah, I played the hell out of it. I like the little ending. Like I said, the little last level bonus thing. It's you've got to do some other objectives in the previous levels to unlock doing all the stuff in the last level. So I went back, did that, and then there was a little cutscene that played at the end, kind of leading into the second game. And I was like, okay. I'm pretty invested. Maybe we'll check out Kill It With Fire 2 whenever it comes out. I don't know if it's going to come out on early access and then come out... I don't know if it's going to come out in early access or if it's just going to come out ready to go on day one. If it's coming out on early access, no thank you. But if it's a full release, you know, I'll definitely consider it. I missed some collectible stuff. There's a beach I could go to. Ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna bother. Just try and make as much progress as we can in here. Because I do want to... warp. All these buttons are ass backwards, too. You gotta use triangle to go back. I'm so conditioned now for circle, just to go back in menus and stuff.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the
I just want to check out the map.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack?
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you?
I think I can do that for you.
Maps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Oh, you don't gotta tell me twice, but I want to see your little plant here. Not friendly. Let's get the hell out of here. And here's where the camera sucks. Here's the door. Oh. God damn it. These cameras are so bad back in the day. I really don't know how we played games. It kind of boggles my mind sometimes.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-grab Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, he's a great cuddler. Will keep you warm.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Look at this cool little vehicle here. Actually, I talked about how there was, Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and 3.
Gotta get this heat shield
There's actually a
working.
couple other spin-off games. You got a Jak and Daxter kart racing game, which I believe was on the PS2 as well. And then I know there was a Daxter-only game on the PSP. That I never played, and I never played the karting game. I think I played all the games. 1, 2, and 3. I know the third one had some driving mechanics in it, which I found a little frustrating at the time. Maybe if I played now, I would probably enjoy it more or know what to do. But at that time, as a young child, it just kind of pissed me off. And then I don't remember too much about Jak 2. Or maybe I'm confusing Jak 2 and 3. But I think the third one is the one that I was talking about that has the driving mechanics. I mean, there might be some in the second one too, but
It looks like scout flies are
I
always in red
do not
boxes.
recall. Where do I want to go? I guess maybe just check out all these houses. Hello, friend. Side quest?
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, But I
90?
gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might
He's
have
right
just
there.
pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor
You're my uncle?
orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
I don't know if we have that many things to give. I don't have an I didn't... There's no options, so I'm guessing no. We have 44. Well, if we need 90... I think you said 90. Better start collecting, but I want to meet some of the locals. Because I know there are side quests. Anybody in here? Shitty camera?
Hey!
Oh, this guy. I actually remember this guy.
Dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt.
Oh, we're gonna give him a
Around,
firefly?
I see beauty in everything, you know? Right
Oh,
now,
I got
couldn't
I
chisel
killed the
my
stupid,
way out of a box.
the fruit
She ran away
fly.
to that misty island.
Oh my god, thank god.
I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power
You know,
cell to
there's
bring her back
nothing
to
more
me.
satisfying than having like one of
Wait
those
a
big
minute.
green flies
I'm
and
not
swatting it
going
out of
back
midair
to Misty
with
Island.
your hand too. It's like,
Are we?
whoa, you just, you know, you reached another level of fucking, you know, you unlocked like a ninja skill. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, especially those flying bugs, they're squirrely. They can avoid almost everything. And sometimes you think a good smack will kind of knock them out of orbit, and you know they'll kind of go to the floor,
Inspiration.
and then you can kind of finish them off. But no, sometimes they it doesn't affect them at all. I'm just like, what the fuck? Look at that! Look at that! What is that thing over here? Is that a monster? Oh. Give me the eggs. Let's see if we can go in this. Oh yeah, there's. Oh, fuck, I forgot health. Gotta be careful with my health.
All metal boxes are thicker than a yak
Oh.
skull. But there must be something that can bust them open.
Yeah, like a bomb. Where is this bomb coming from, by the way? Oh, there it is. Thank you. I want to see if I can get that stupid orb there, or is this bird... Oh,
Hey!
he ate it.
That pelican just snagged a power cell. Let's go kick some big bird butt.
I'm down. I'm actually down. Oh my god. Let me just see if I'm missing anything here on the beach. I did see this orb in here. And it is being protected by a little snake guy. Beautiful. What was I talking about again? Felt like I got distracted. Oh, we talked to the Muse guy, so didn't want to interrupt him. But yeah, anyways, kill it with fire. I had fun with it. I bought it for like $4. It was on sale on Steam whenever I picked it up. And definitely got my money's worth. I don't know if I wouldn't pay full price for it, but there we go, timed that perfectly. But if you see it on sale, I would say definitely check it out. And plus they've actually added a bunch of stuff with updates. They added like a Christmas update, which we did some of that, I believe. I don't even remember what we did in the video. Feels like I fucking played it like a month ago. Or that video came out a month ago. There's also a Halloween thing that you can add to levels, which is pretty cool. That actually changed it completely. Ugh. That actually changed it completely, which was nice. Compared to like the Christmas one where, you know, it's basically just a tree that gets added. the Halloween ones. They are actually completely different. Let's free all his things. Hey. I don't know what I should be doing, just collecting stuff?
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my
Or maybe he's about to give me a mission.
I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
That is an option, you know. Let's not rule it out. Can I get up here? Oh wow, I could. Was not expecting that, to be honest. What the hell is going on here? Hopefully this is pretty easy to get. Seems a little too easy, like I just go up here and get it. But yeah, I do. Okay. Actually, we still gotta get the one from the pelican. Wherever he is. I felt like we were on track to like chase him down and then kind of just disappeared. We got some big monsters over here. I feel like they're definitely gonna kick my ass. Never mind. Okay, they're kind of pushovers. They're scary. The shell guys have been the toughest so far. That's just because, you know, they fucking put all their skill points in the defense. Let's get our 90 eggs. I believe it was 90 for the uncle. Let's check up here. Oh.
We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
We will. We'll keep that in our back pocket as something we can go do. There's a shell dude. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks.
What is up here? Oh. Anything else? No. Actually, I wonder if I can swim into this, like, lighthouse building. Or is it gonna... Is this water gonna kill me? Or... Is there a shark gonna come and eat me or something? I think I just heard a monster. Yeah, I hear something, yeah. I don't know if there's, I don't know if we lost all our progress, but I want to check something. I can dive, cool. I just want to see if there was like a way I could move faster in the water, and I don't think there is. But I wonder if I need to get all that stuff again, or am I good? I do want to get the bird while I'm here. Let's go do that. I was gonna jump on the other platform, but I know I'd probably fuck something up. Okay, where is this bird? He's right there. Oh, we just swim to him. Okay. I thought it was a more complex... Jesus Christ, the bombs are getting me from over there? I still want to try swimming back there. I feel like I can make it. Actually, there's nothing in there. I'm glad I checked, because if I went to swim there and, you know, it was for nothing, I would have been kind of pissed off. Oh, there's eggs in the water.
Auga! Auga! Dive for those orbs, Jack! Dive!
Beautiful. There's some more there, but I am not going to be concerned with those. Let's see if we can get our pelican friend to Hello? Oh, he spit it out.
Quick!
Oh,
To get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up
I'm
again.
not gonna make it there in time. Okay. Alright, that's a lost cause. Gotta know when to abandon hope. That was one of those situations. Oh. Please let me make it up here. Fuck! Actually, there's a little area down here. What do we got under here? Just some eggs?
Punch those poles out from below.
Punch those poles up. Maybe I unlock another move later. Can't do it right now. I guess we'll go back and deliver the orbs. Alright, we will take this way back, get all the collectibles. Okay, good. I wish that the electricity kind of stunned the enemies or something. Because I'm thinking that it's going to help me out or do something of some sort, but it does nothing. We got a giant egg here. I probably got to bring the electricity here.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
Sure. Bird lady, where are you? I think it landed around here. Oh, there you are. What do you have for me?
Oh my! I hope
Like your hat.
Here's okay. Here's a power cell for
Oh.
your valor.
Oh, he's gonna take it. Please don't take it, buddy.
No! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any
Oh, we got a
feathers here?
donkey dragon situation going on.
At first sight.
Actually, no, it wasn't a mom-son situation. Maybe a stepmom-son situation. But, I forgot they kind of fall for each other. Dragon has a thing for donkey. Shrek, what a classic movie. Definitely one of the better animated movies. I haven't watched it in quite some time, and I know it's got a bunch of sequels and stuff. And like the Puss in Boots as well, there's a ton of those. And I think there's like a holiday special, Halloween special, something along those lines. I pretty much gave up after Shrek 2. That was my tapping out point. That's the Muse. I don't know if we have anything that he needs now.
Oh, hey, dudes. Did you find my muse yet?
Maybe? No? Okay, no, he did not. And then the uncle is in one of these houses. Oh, there's a person in here. Hello, sir. You look like Willy Wonka if he ate all his candy.
As well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny.
He is quite funny.
If you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell.
Willie, we'll think about it.
Contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
90? You trying to milk me, bro? I gotta give 90 to the other guy. I got 128. Yeah, it's one or the other, and I think I'm gonna give it to the uncle. Yeah, let's give it to him.
I see you
Only because he's family, I think.
Good jolly.
That's what he claims. He claims to be my uncle.
Precursor orbs that we agreed on. I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Thank you, Uncle. I wish you gave me a bit of a family discount. Because the mayor or whatever, or politician, he wants the 90, the price of 90 whatevers as well. Actually, I don't think we came to this side of the islands. So hold on, where did we start? I can't look up, which is pretty fucking annoying. Actually, hold on, there's a thing in a cage here. Can we free you? No, they're supposed to be there. I think up, like, this building here? No, that's the... I don't know where we started. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna try and think of it. What the fuck is that thing? That looks creepy. That looks like the pyramid from Aladdin. Sick. But yeah, from Aladdin 1, the movie, the animated movie. What the fuck happened? What happened? How did I just trip like that? Did a butterfly trip me? Because if so, that's crazy. There's nobody here. Oh, this might be the crazy bird lady. Yeah, that makes sense. We got a yak of some sort down here. Can we ride you? No. Let's talk to this guy here.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Do I need to milk them as well, or just kind of corral them? Because you were saying, you know, gotta milk them, gotta milk them. He's having dreams about having to milk them. That's kind of weird. Alright, Mr. Yak, I'm gonna need you to go back into your little pen. Oh, he's actually being quite obedient. Hey! I just gave you a compliment. Hey, look at that guy! He just went right in. Awesome. Hopefully he doesn't wander out, because that'd be annoying. Sorry, I just want to get up here. I just saw the path, so I'm like, you know what? Let me get back. Let me explore this. Fire Canyon. Actually, that area sounds familiar. There's definitely an area that I remember from the... Yeah, this is it. Yep, this is it.
You don't have enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
How many? It's not even telling me. Yeah, I remember this lava area. I don't know if I actually went through it, but I definitely recall stumbling upon it like I just did. Okay, let's see if the yak is still in the pen. He is. Okay, cool. I see 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna assume there's 5 though, because 4 seems like a weird number. Come on, don't give me any trouble. Thank you. There's number 2. I'm gonna go for the more further, or the farthest, the more further. And yeah, there's number 5. I knew there was going to be a 5th one. Like, 4 is just too weird. Maybe I can get both of these guys? I'm just going to focus on one. Actually, am I about to do all 3 at the same time? Am I? Am I about to be the fucking cow herder of the century? Get in there. Thank you. Now you two, don't stray too far away. Beautiful. And number 5. Come on. No, 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 no. Hey. Being difficult. Yes, yes!
Lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Now I can milk him and have a good dream there.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Yeah, go back to sleep. Yeehaw! I guess you get achievements or trophies. Sorry, too much PC. You get trophies for every time you do a side objective, which makes me wonder how many fucking trophies are in this game. Just by judging off that, that seems like they're really stretching out the trophies. It's like, there's not really too many objectives, so we'll just, anytime he does something, he'll get an achievement trophy.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
We are going to explore, Daxter, don't you worry. I don't think I'm making, yeah, I'm not making that. Maybe there's a glide later. I feel like there was. We're entering the Forbidden Jungle. What is this? Probably need to power it up. Is there something behind the waterfall? No. No, there is not. If there was any game that would have had something behind the waterfall, I would have assumed this one. Okay, nothing on this side. This just brings me back. Like, I specifically remember playing Jak and Daxter. It was, there's one memory in particular. It's like one Saturday morning, I'm just on my bed, just playing my PS2, and just playing shit out of Jak and Daxter. And that was basically it. There was no other part of the story. I just remember playing. Hello, Mr. Snake. You kind of remind me of the snake from Jungle Book. I've never watched the movie, so I don't know the name. That's actually one of those animated movies I always wanted to watch, because it always seemed decent, and I feel like people always talked about it. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking around here, this level looks quite familiar. Sorry, I was just kind of blowing my back. Like, I had some deja vu. I'm like, wait a second, I remember this. Freaky little moment. Yeah, Jungle Book was always one of those animated movies I definitely wanted to check out. I'm definitely gonna fall through this.
Down by the Jungle River, if we can borrow his speedboat to zoom on over to Misty Island.
I didn't see the fisherman though, unless he's up here. Is that a nuclear bomb? What's in there? Okay, it's bad. I knew it was bad, I just wanted to know how bad. But yeah, anyways, Jungle Book. Yeah, it always seemed like fun, but never got a chance to watch it. I did watch some things for this episode. we'll talk about in a second. There is some wrestling stuff I want to talk about because some big releases happened. That was something. Definitely a heck of a discussion. Some very interesting names being released. Definitely spices up the landscape of wrestling in about 90 days. Well, less than that now. It's probably about 83. I think it's been about a week. But yeah, for this episode, I only watched two movies. And they were pretty good. One, I'm trying to hold on. I had a brain fry. I forgot what I watched. One was a movie I wanted to check out, and the other one was a movie I always wanted to finish from beginning to end. So we'll talk about those in a second. I gotta refer to my notes because, you know, this old brain is kind of fried. Can't really remember stuff like I used to. Still working at the new job. Let me see if I can get to the electricity. Yeah, still doing the new job stuff. Still doing training. Fuck, he got me. I was trying to avoid that as much as possible, and it ended up happening. I don't even remember where I was. I'll probably stumble upon it. But yeah, still doing the training for work. Got my first paycheck, which was quite nice. It wasn't a full one because started on an odd week, but even the little bit that I got, dude, fucking tight paycheck was quite nice. I was like, hell yeah, I could get used to this. So that was fun. It's always fun getting money. I mean, I earned it. It's not like, the bank made a mistake and deposited, you know, infinity money into my bank account. That would be awesome. But I think I have an obligation to give it back, I believe, if the bank were to make a mistake like that. Even though it's like, bro, everything is fucking computerized. How are you going to make a mistake? It should be my money now. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I think this is a dead end. But yeah, if you're watching this, I'll have completed my 3rd week of training. So got 2 more weeks, and then I start. I still don't even know my schedule. They haven't told us our teams, because there's a chance I join a team and the schedule's like 7 on, 6 off, something like that. So I'm even though I might be starting, my team might be one of the teams that are off starting when it's my turn to start. So I still don't know my schedule yet, which is unfortunate. What the hell is this? Let me go down, because I don't know what the fuck is happening. God damn it, I did a spin move before he touched me. What the hell is this thing?
Let's get up on that machine and break the mirror diverting the precursor beam.
I was just up there. Is there an easy way to get up there? Okay, there is this. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about with the job. Okay, that's what I was trying to get. What the fuck can I do with this? Actually, I can go in here. Oh, no, I just saw there's a huge drop. That sucked. Hold on, I want to go get that orb. Ooh, look at all these eggs here. Come to me. But yeah, anyways, so complete my 3rd week of training. Actually got 2 holidays coming up, which is quite nice. I really want to catch up on some sleep, man. I'm I'm so fucked. I talked about it last time, but yeah, it's like getting worse and worse. And I just need sleep. I just need a fucking Saturday where I can just be a fucking degenerate. And I think that will knock me back into...
Yeah,
Oh, what
so
the
we
heck?
got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us.
I don't know why I didn't land us on the cliff. Okay, we had to maneuver it. I was not expecting that door to open up. But whatever, I'll take it. Yeah, anyways, got 2 holidays coming up. There is some holiday August 2nd, and then the week after that is Thanksgiving. So, got a couple short weeks coming up, which is nice. Like I said, just gonna catch up on some sleep. Yeah, just be a scumbag. That's really all that it comes down to. Let me see if I can use the launcher to go backwards. Yes. And can I open this door? I can.
Get to the top of that tower.
Cool. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Hopefully I have enough juice to go up. Because right now, it looks like I'm... Or maybe it stays powered if I touch it. Sick. Let me get a full charge here. So anyways, some holidays coming up, some long weekends, hoping to get some good recording sessions in. Because I haven't recorded shit. I've tried, but you know, I get to it and then it's like I sound so fucking dead, like a zombie, and I'm like, even this probably I sound zombie-ish, lifeless, and I feel that way a little bit, to be honest. But I don't know what I was saying. This elevator kind of confused me. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Am I stuck in here? What the hell is this? I do not recall any of this stuff here. Nope, can't go in there. Okay, so yeah, we gotta go through this door here. There's definitely some Crash Bandicoot platforming here. This reminds me of the temple levels from Crash 3. Some of that platforming, not fun at all, especially with this dog shit camera. I've kind of gotten used to it, but it definitely still is a nuisance. Definitely doesn't cooperate as much as I would like it to. No! Fuck! God damn it. Is this a boss fight? It seems very boss fighty. First off, let's get the orb. It's priority number 1, and then we can explore. Unless it kicks us out. Then that'd be kind of, and it's gonna kick us out. Is it?
Wow, did you see that?
No, it didn't.
Eco vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco vents as well.
Up. I almost just kept running. Why'd you flip over? What the fuck? Why did that flip over? That stupid thing. Maybe I can't be... I don't know. Give me some nice eggs there. Thank you, pal. About to run out of juice. Hopefully it's not important. That's probably important. That's probably very important for this. Okay, I think this is a boss fight. I see a turtle plant thing coming towards me. Is this where I shoot? Oh. Could I see those barrels type things on his hand? Oh, these guys have spikes. Oh. Spikes are gone. I thought I had to, you know, do the reticle thing and shoot the barrels. But I'm like, we didn't get a gun yet, so... Don't know how that would work. Ow. You bit me. She's a man-eater. Actually, I don't want to... I don't know the sex of this plant, so I don't want to judge. Well, we killed it. Let's go. Black Thumb. I was not expecting just a random boss to just be in here. Okay, cool. Charge me up. And I see a thing here. Sick. Where am I? Let me go back to the island. I think I'm done here. And I don't know. I don't know what our objective is. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know where we should be going and working towards. I'm gonna go give the money to the politician guy. Alright, now we can kind of jump into some of those topics I had. So we'll kind of cover the wrestling stuff first. So we'll talk about the WWE releases. Actually, before we talk about the releases, let's talk about the new hire that they just had. They just cleared out, you know, like 20, 25 people on the roster, which we'll cover in a second, like I said. And then they go and they hire Jade Cargill from AEW. That's a big hire for WWE. I like that hire quite a bit. I think she will do well in WWE. I think they could definitely use some star power. The women's division's pretty lacking, even though they just had Trish there for a little bit, but I think she's gone now. That they can use like another solid person. I mean, they just brought back Nia Jax, and that was something that returned where she fucking destroyed Rhea Ripley. That was woo. That was horrendous. That was probably one of the most horrendous things I've seen in quite some time. Just flattened Rhea. I don't think she sustained any like major injuries, like actual real life injuries, but I know that they said that she's going to be out for 2 weeks. But yeah, that was quite a brutal bump. But yeah, anyways, Jade Cargill going to WWE. I actually like that quite a bit. I kind of just want to see her go to the main roster, to be honest. Like, I kind of do want to see her in NXT, but I feel like in NXT she'll kind of overshadow everybody because she'll be presented as, like, so much bigger than everybody else. Where on WWE, you know, she can square up with, like, Becky or Charlotte or Asuka or, you know, Bianca Belair, and they kind of can hold their own to her, where on NXT she's definitely going to overshadow any of the women that they put her with. So I hope just straight to the main roster, but maybe a short stint in NXT. But yeah, that's a big signing for WWE, you know, with AEW. She held the TBS title for a good bit. She had her streak. And I'm actually curious what they would have done, because I believe Chris Statlander was supposed to win the TBS title way earlier than she did, like, most recently. But because she was injured, I think they called off the plans and they just kept the belt on Jade. And they waited and waited and waited until Chris came back. And now that she's back, Jade was just kind of pushed to the side, which kind of sucked. I really wanted to see her thrown into the Outcasts versus the AEW Originals women's roster and kind of side with them. I think that would have been a cool story to explore, but unfortunately they didn't. She just kind of sat off TV for like 4 months, came back, lost a match, and now she's gone. So bit of an awkward one, but I think she will do quite well in WWE. And then speaking of WWE, let's talk about the releases. They recently combined WWE and UFC into one group, now known as TKO. And whenever two companies merge, a lot of people get fired. A lot of people in the office, the WWE offices, got fired and are released. I guess release is like a nicer way to say it, but basically let go. And a couple of the wrestlers got let go, and there's quite a list of names. Some of these names on this list I'm not too familiar with. They were just people in NXT. I've seen the names around. Someone like Ikemen Jiro. I've seen his name quite a bit. I saw one match with him, and I know he wrestled in a jacket. I thought that was pretty interesting, but they never really did anything with him. Speaking of other people in NXT, Dana Brooke. Honestly, I'm surprised she was in WWE for as long as she was. She always kind of seemed expendable, to be honest, and I know she's definitely gotten better as a wrestler. At one point, you know, she was just another blonde chick on the roster that was terrible in the ring. But she's definitely come a long way, and I don't know what she was doing in NXT for the past few months, but that has come to an end. And another person who is kind of from the main roster coming to NXT, Mustafa Ali, released. That one kind of shocks me, and it doesn't, because it shocks me in the sense that, like, he was kind of a big part of NXT at the moment, you know, being in the NA title picture. And apparently had a big match with Dominic Mysterio coming up on a pay-per-view. And now that's just kind of canceled because he's gone. But before, he's expressed his disinterest in, you know, wanting to be released from WWE. So they kept him around for some reason instead of letting him go. But they kept him and didn't even use him. So I was like, what the fuck? Just release him. He's one I think he is going to flourish quite well on the indie scene. I think, you know, he's definitely, you know, he was just a guy in the Cruiserweight Classic. And he's really, like, come into his own in WWE. I'm going to be honest. When I first saw him, I was just kind of like, okay, he's just kind of a guy. And, you know, from his stuff from 205 Live to the little kind of top run that he had on SmackDown for a little bit. Definitely came a long way. Also, the push with Retribution, but that's not really a high point, in my opinion. You know, that's part of that COVID era stuff, and the shows weren't too good back then. So yeah, I'm interested to see what he's gonna do. I think his opportunities will definitely be open. I would love to see him in like Impact Wrestling. I think he can do well in the X Division, and I think he's got a big enough name to where, you know, you can even do some stuff with him like in the main title picture. He's good on the mic. That's definitely a positive. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to see what he does next. I hope he doesn't go to AEW. I don't mind if he does some spots here and there in AEW, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a special match on Collision with Mustafa Ali versus Jay White or something like that. That would be cool. But in terms of like a full-time member of the roster, I think he's just gonna get lost in the shuffle. I think Impact would definitely be, he'd definitely be a bigger fish in a small pond. You know, there's also Japan and Mexico as options. He can definitely do some of the junior heavyweight stuff in New Japan, or go to Noah. There's a bunch of different companies there, or even go to, you know, like I said, Mexico and do some AAA stuff. A couple other names that kind of stand out. Elias, not really a shock, to be honest, because he really has not done anything in the past few months. You know, I think before this he was, you know, Ezekiel, his own brother. I didn't really keep up with that storyline, so I'm not too familiar with it. I'm surprised how much he got over, because in NXT he wasn't really anything, like when he was developing that character, and then when he came to the main roster, he really kind of, you know, struck lightning with the Walk with Elias stuff, and was pretty entertaining there. I never thought he was a great wrestler. I never thought you were going to get a great match out of him. I always thought he had a good look, though. Like, he always is, like, in great shape. And yeah, it just didn't work out with WWE as far as what I can see him doing in the future. I think AEW is a no. I think it's a maybe. I think it's a maybe with anybody, but realistically, probably not. I think Impact is an option as well, but I don't think he really would add anything to Impact. So I don't know if they plan on bringing him in, but I definitely can see him in Impact if I had to choose somewhere for him to go. Another name that kind of shocked me, just because, you know, he was by himself, but Top Dollar. Quite a weird one, because you would think they would have released the whole Hit Row group, but apparently they have ideas for, you know, Beat Fab and Ashanti, I believe is his name. Just kind of a weird one to just fire one person from the group. I don't think that's a giant loss for WWE. He's been fired before and brought back. That might happen again. But as far as Top Dollar, I don't see him in AEW. I don't even see him in TNA. I don't know where I would see Top Dollar fitting in the world of wrestling. I'm not even sure if wrestling is kind of his passion. You know, maybe making music is or something like that. So who knows with him. A couple other name, Rick Boogs. Not really a shocking one. I did like him. I think he's a very charismatic guy, but, you know, they just did not know what to do with him. He's someone I would kind of like to see in Impact Wrestling. I think he can definitely add some life, you know, definitely be a character for them. AEW, not so much. I feel like he would definitely get lost in the shuffle there. Next, we got a couple divas that were released. Emma got released. I think it was like the third or fourth time she's been released from WWE. Feels so bad for her. I haven't really kept up with her WWE run, so I can't really comment on that. Aaliyah, I know she's been with WWE for like 9 years, and like 7 of those, I believe, were in NXT. I've seen very little of her, and I kind of got the gist of seeing just what I've seen in that little bit. Not very good. Don't know if wrestling is for her. I know she was out with a couple of injuries, so I don't think she'll kind of stick around with that. I could be wrong. Next, we got Shelton Benjamin. Not too shocking, to be honest. I remember when they re-signed him back in like 2016, I believe it was. I was like, oh shit, Shelton's back in WWE. That's awesome. And then they really never did anything with him. I know he had a run or two with the tag titles. I know he won the tag titles with Chad Gable. And, oh, he won with Cedric Alexander as well. Yeah, he did do a couple things on his return, but as much as I love Shelton, they just weren't doing anything with him, so not really a surprise there. I would have loved to have seen him in NXT. I think he definitely would have been an asset, feuding with some of the guys, kind of helping them learn the ropes. And, yeah, just kind of be used there. I think that would have been perfect for him. But, unfortunately, they never did that. I don't know what they had him do, but, yeah, they kind of just wasted him. And as far as what's in the future for Shelton Benjamin, I know he's got a history with New Japan. I believe it's New Japan. I believe he's wrestled for them before. I know he's wrestled in Japan previously when he got released the first time. He did a bunch of stuff with Japan. I want to say New Japan specifically, but I'm just going to generalize Japan as a whole, where I think he was working with a bunch of different companies. So definitely could be back there. Maybe we can see him in North America, maybe AEW. That I don't think will happen. I think, if anything, I think that's kind of like with a Mustafa Ali type thing where, you know, maybe come in, do a couple things, but nothing like long term. He's actually someone I would love to see in Impact Wrestling. I think he could add quite a bit there. Next release, this one kind of upset me because I was a big fan of this tag team. We got Mansoor and Mace, or Mansoor and Mace. You know, I first remember them being put together. I would read like the results of the shows, and on dark matches it would be like, oh yeah, Mace and Mansoor are teaming up against, you know, some jobbers or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? That is one of the most random tag teams I have ever seen in my life. And god damn it, was I wrong. They worked magic. I absolutely loved the Maximum Male Models. I thought they were very entertaining. They were someone that I thought you could kind of put in wherever and just have like a fun comedy segment or whatnot. Really loved their team. You know, when they got rid of LA Knight and then they brought in Maxine, and then Maxine went to go with Alpha Academy, they got completely fucked over, which was really, really unfortunate. I don't know why they didn't continue to push them as a team. You don't even have to push them. Just have them come. They can lose matches. Like, they don't have to be pushed to the moon, but I think they would have been solid additions to your show, whether it be Raw or SmackDown. So pretty devastated about this one. I think they're a very, very entertaining tag team. They were very committed to the whole Maximum model thing and wearing all those goofy outfits. They were great. Loved it. I absolutely love it. I really hope they stick together. I would love to see them team somewhere, specifically Impact Wrestling. I would love to see them in Impact. I think they can do some great stuff there. You can have them team together, then you can have Mansoor go and like do some X Division stuff. Maybe do Mace somewhere in the mid card, maybe even push him to the top, who knows. But yeah, I would love to see these guys continue to team up. And also, I want to say I was kind of wrong about Mansoor, where when I first saw him and heard about him and heard that, he's Saudi Arabian, and, when he was on the Saudi shows, I was like, oh, he's just going to be like a Saudi attraction, He's not going to be used anywhere else, but anytime they're in Saudi Arabia, they're going to put him in a match, big thing on the show, just to have the hometown boy. And I gotta say, I was wrong about him. He was so much more than that. I'm gonna blame WWE for the beginning presentation of just kind of throwing him out on the Saudi shows, but he definitely showed that he was something more than that. So super happy to see that he did well in WWE, and I really look forward to seeing what he does next and what Mace does next as well. I really, really hope they stick together. I think they are a great package deal. And then the probably two most shocking releases, one more shocking than the other. We'll talk about that one first. Matt Riddle. Kind of interesting because he was definitely a big part of the show. Maybe not. Oh, he was teaming with Drew McIntyre, and they're kind of a focal point on Raw. So I guess you could say he was definitely being pushed in active storylines. So to see him being released is very, very interesting. Past few months in WWE, not too good. He had the suspension, and then more recently he just had an incident at an airport where he claimed some TSA agent or something like that sexually assaulted him. It was crazy. It was not a good look for him at all, to be honest. And WWE was just like, you know what? We're going to get rid of you. And that says something. They only get rid of you when, they think that you're a real big problem. And, they felt that he was just kind of a liability, I guess. I don't know. I was really, really surprised to see that he was released. But he's probably the one with the brightest future on this whole list. I don't know how young he is. I want to say he's in his mid-30s, where a couple of these other guys, like a Shelton Benjamin, I believe he's in his mid-40s. He might be younger than that. But I believe Riddle's quite young and still has a lot of stuff to offer wrestling. And as far as what he's going to do, I can see him in AEW. I can see him in Japan. I can kind of see him in Impact Wrestling. I think most likely Japan. I think he would do well in Japan, to be honest. I don't know why. There's just something about his style that I feel would fit well. He's a former UFC fighter, and Japan, they like to hit hard, so that might be something that he would like to, explore with that. I don't think he's going to do shoot fights or UFC matches or anything like that, like MMA fights, but I think he would do well in Japan. I really think he would flourish there. But yeah, I can definitely see him in AEW sooner or later. I don't think he'll go there right away, but I think he would show up there within a year's time if I were to be a betting man. And the one guy that I think is for sure AEW bound compared to everyone else I just talked about, it would be the somewhat shocking release of Dolph Ziggler. He hasn't really done much as of late. Most recently I think it was just the NXT stuff where he became the champion and had a little feud with Braun Breaker. I think that actually happened a year ago if I remember correctly. And I'm not sure if he did anything else since. For the past few years he's just kind of been there. He hasn't really done much in the company. I think he does a lot of media stuff still, I believe. I don't know. I really have not kept up with what he's been doing lately. I don't follow his social medias. But to be honest, it is shocking. He has been with WWE for so long. He goes back way, way long time. I remember when he first debuted on Raw as Chavo Guerrero's lackey, when Chavo was Kerwin White and he was doing that whitewash gimmick. And he was basically a golfer. He was basically a white guy, stereotypical white guy. And he had a caddy. And his caddy was Nick Nemeth, that's his real name, Dolph Ziggler. And then he went into the Spirit Squad, did that for a little bit, and then disappeared for a little bit, and then came back as Dolph Ziggler. And I remember when he debuted as Dolph Ziggler, I was like, wow, that is one of the worst wrestling names I have ever heard. I still think it's pretty bad. It has grown on me over time, but I'm not crazy about it. It's a weird one. Dolph Ziggler. But hey, he made it work, and he, he was pretty successful with it, became a world champion, has one of the loudest pops ever in all of wrestling when he cashed in his Money in the Bank against Alberto Del Rio. That's an awesome moment, and I thought he would just kind of be there forever, and it sucks that he's gone now, but I'm really excited to see him unleashed. Finally the chains are off him. He's not with WWE anymore. Do whatever he wants to do. And I think he's definitely going to be appearing in AEW. Like, as soon as the 90 days are up, he'll be in there. Obviously, his brother's there. But, I would love to see him in AEW. I think a match I would love to see is Dolph Ziggler and Kenny Omega. I think that would be a pretty fantastic match. Actually, I think there's a lot of dream matches for him there, to be honest. I think he could really, really flourish in AEW. I don't think he's going to set the world on fire by going to AEW. I don't think they're going to start selling out every single arena they go to with him. But I think he would definitely be a solid addition to the roster, and I would love to see him mix it up with a ton of those guys. So I think he's going to go there, or even team with his brother. I think that's still an option. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what he does next. I know he does comedy, and I think he does a little bit of acting. I know he does quite a bit of comedy, but as far as wrestling goes, I really hope to see him in AEW, and I think the future looks quite bright for him. So, a couple interesting things happening recently in WWE. I mean, AEW as well, pretty interesting. You've got Adam Cole out injured, broken ankle in 3 places. Quite the injury, when he leaped off the ramp and he had that awkward landing. He was probably in a tremendous amount of pain, but he committed to it. He went around, he walked on the broken ankle, and finished the little match with MJF and Samoa Joe. So shout out to Adam Cole for being a professional. But yeah, that really puts a damper on the storyline with him. He's probably going to be out for at least maybe 6 months. Maybe a little bit less, but I would say probably 6 months is probably the timeline to heal a broken ankle in 3 places. So that sucks. And of course, he was Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions with MJF, but not even just that. He's just such a big part of that MJF storyline. And with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom and all of that, that's obviously a big story that's going on in AEW. So I don't know what they're going to turn into that. Obviously, the ending of Dynamite this week, you had Jay White and MJF kind of going at it, kind of building a potential match in the future. And I'm kind of excited about Cole being injured. As much as I like the brochacho stuff, the better than you baby, the world title has definitely taken a back seat. Like, if you look at the last 2 pay-per-views, or the last one and the one coming up, last pay-per-view All Out, MJF, Adam Cole defending the tag titles against Dark Order. What the fuck? You don't even have a world title match? No, they had the international title, which they kind of elevated by putting it in the main events. Jon Moxley winning. Him being injured now too, that really sucks for AEW. 2 of their top guys out. And I guess you can kind of count CM Punk as well. Obviously he was fired. We talked about that last time. So very interesting spot for AEW. I'm really looking forward to what they got coming up. But anyways, what I was talking about with MJF and Adam Cole, the world title is really taking a back seat. The newest pay-per-view that they got coming up, Wrestle Dream, which honestly I'm not a fan of. I think that's a terrible name for a pay-per-view. It just sounds so dorky. Wrestle Dream. Maybe it'll grow on me eventually, but right now I'm really not a fan of it. And on that pay-per-view, they're supposed to defend the titles against the Righteous, Vincent and the other guy. I can't remember his name right now. And that's not a match I think people are really excited for. I think that pay-per-view as a whole looks so fucking weak. Like, you want to do more pay-per-views, I think you got to put on a solid card. Just looking at the pay-per-view, they just added Wheeler Yuta versus Ricky Starks. You're going to tell me that's some big fucking match to have on a pay-per-view? No, that's a collision match. That's a Rampage match, to be honest with you. Wheeler hasn't done shit as of late. And to just have him on a pay-per-view in a match against Ricky Starks, really fucking random. I like the Hangman Page, Swerve Strickland stuff. I like that they're really pushing Swerve. I definitely think he has what it takes to be one of the top heels in the company, so I like that they've been pushing him. You got Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. That's a cool one. You got Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart for the TBS title. Kind of a weak match in my opinion. Julia Hart just out of nowhere, just starting to wrestle more. I mean, it's interesting, you know, another girl for the women's division, but she's really not known for being a wrestler. I haven't seen any of her wrestling, but I don't know if she's any good. And there's a couple other matches, but for the most part, I would say it's a pretty weak looking card. There's definitely some matches I'm looking forward to, but I would say for the most part, it's kind of a weak-looking pay-per-view, in my opinion, especially with another pay-per-view with no world title match. Come on, that's kind of crazy to me. So, yeah, AEW's in a pretty interesting spot. I thought they were in a pretty interesting spot when they lost Punk, but now with two of their top guys out injured, they're even in a more interesting spot, so it's going to be interesting to see how they recover there. So, and then last but not least, got two movies that I watched, talking about them earlier, and the movies are White Noise. That was the first one. This is a horror movie. I know this is like super random, and it's like, what the fuck? You randomly just watched this movie from 2005, this horror movie? And yeah, there's actually a little bit of a reason for it. I'll talk about it in a second. So White Noise is a horror movie starring Michael Keaton. His wife ends up dying. Some weird stuff starts happening to him, and he thinks that she's trying to communicate with him from the grave. And they use the EVP, I believe it's called, where it's kind of like white noise. That's what the whole movie is kind of named after. And apparently it can pick up voices from spirits. I don't know how accurate it is, but that's what the movie was saying. And I did watch it for a reason. So many years ago, God, I was still in elementary school. I remember I went to a party. The girl that was hosting the party, she had that movie on in the background, and I was kind of watching it, and I was like, oh, this seems like a pretty interesting movie, you know, I like Michael Keaton quite a bit. Sadly, I never finished the movie, because, you know, I was in my teens, you know, I'm at a party, hormones are running through, the movie kind of got pushed to the side, so I've never actually finished watching, or no, I never watched the beginning, I watched the end. I watched a little bit of the beginning at the party, and then stuff. I ended up catching the ends, the last few minutes, and I never watched the in-between. And then recently, I don't know why, I was thinking about the movie, and I'm like, fuck, I actually never watched it. I never finished it. I've seen a little bit of the beginning, seen the end, but I don't know what happens in between. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it. And I will say, it's okay. It's not the greatest horror movie ever told. You know, back in the mid-2000s, horror movies were kind of dog shit, to put it bluntly. And I'll say if you look at the reviews, the movie is incredibly shit on. Like, if you look at the Rotten Tomato reviews, it has a 7% critic score-wise, which I think is extremely low. Like, that's just saying it's an abomination of a movie. Like, nothing enjoyable about it. And I would say that's not the case. Like I said, it's not the greatest movie, but I don't think it's the worst movie ever. I put it somewhere in the middle. Like, the critics review has it at a 7%. If you look at the viewer score, it has it at a 30%, which is probably fair. I would say that's a pretty accurate number for the movie. And yeah, it was just kind of a shitty horror movie from the 2000s. Michael Keaton's kind of good and bad in it. There's parts where he looks so fucking bored, and then there's parts where he's kind of into it. And he was kind of one of the reasons I wanted to watch a movie, and, you know, he didn't seem too interested, in my opinion. Yeah, it was okay. I can't really recommend it, not even for like a one-time watch. It was okay. I thought the ending kind of sucked, and I don't want to say ruined the movie, but definitely was not great. I really was not a fan of the ending. But yeah, White Noise. I'm glad I finally got to finish it after all these years. And every time I think about that movie, I think about the party, and I'm like, those were some good times. And then the last movie I watched, which was a movie I was kind of looking forward to, somewhat. Like, I was interested to see how it was, because, like, I watched the trailers for it, and it seemed okay. The movie I'm talking about is Blue Beetle. And like I said, the trailers looked okay, but I really didn't have an interest in it because they're going to reset the whole DC universe in a couple years. So it's like, you know, why the fuck am I going to watch this and get invested in this character, in this world, when they're just going to wipe it away in a little bit? So I was like, you know, I'll watch it eventually. But for some reason, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to watch it now. And I'll say that it was actually pretty enjoyable. I would say it's a pretty solid movie. I thought there was some good action, some good comedy, some good storytelling. Actually, really good action. I enjoyed the fight scenes quite a bit. I thought they were pretty entertaining. The story I thought was kind of paint by numbers, but you had some interesting characters in there. Really sad moment in the movie that almost like brought a tear to my eye. That was heavy. Man, I almost broke. There's a scene in particular that's very tugs on your heartstrings. I'm not going to talk about it, but yeah, it almost got me. Almost. It was close. Almost got a tear out of me. But yeah, I thought the effects were good, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I was kind of looking forward to it because actually something about it, I had no preconceived notions because I'm not too familiar with the Blue Beetle character, either of them, because there's two Blue Beetles. You have the one that was in the movie who's kind of the younger version. I think he's in the Young Justice or Teen Titans group. I know he was in one of the Teen Titans DC animated movies I watched, so that's what I kind of associate him with. And then there's another Blue Beetle by the name of Ted Cord, and I know he's highly associated with Booster Gold. And I don't know too much about Booster Gold. I don't know too much about Blue Beetle in general. So I was kind of open to this movie where it's like I have no preconceived notions. I'm going into it pretty open. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I would actually recommend this movie. I thought it was that good. I don't know if the reviews are good or not. I didn't check the reviews, but I know in terms of how much money it made in the box office, it was bad. It was not a very successful movie for DC. And I think people are kind of similar to me, where it's like, DC's just announced a couple months ago that DC's getting rebooted. We're doing everything from scratch, and we're going to make our own universe, and it's all going to be connected, and we're all going to have a thing. It's chapter 1, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, so why should people care about this movie? So I think that was really the selling point there. There was no selling point. Plus, Blue Beetle is just not a character people are familiar with, so it had a lot of stuff working against it. But I thought it was solid. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought the acting was good. Standout character in this movie was definitely George Lopez's character, who is Blue Beetle's uncle. And yeah, he's probably the best part of the movie. I thought there's a couple scenes that he definitely stole. Very interesting character, very fun character. I thought the guy that played Blue Beetle was good. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Zolo Marduena, something like that. Like, he's got a very Latin name that I cannot pronounce, but it's Xolo. That's the first name, and the last name is Marduena. Something along those lines. I know I'm butchering it, but he was pretty good. I probably should have learned how to pronounce his name, but unfortunately I didn't get to. But yeah, I thought he was pretty solid, and apparently he was solid enough that I just read an article the other day that James Gunn, I think it was James Gunn, somebody announced that they plan on keeping him going into the new DC worlds that they're going to build out in the cinematic universe. They announced that they're going to keep John Cena as Peacemaker, I think Amanda Waller, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, I think they're keeping as well. And then this guy as Blue Beetle, they're keeping as well. So that's interesting. I would actually like to see more of this Blue Beetle character. I enjoyed him that much. I thought there's a lot to be explored, especially the fact that there was already an established Blue Beetle, which I thought was a very interesting take on this whole movie, where, obviously the Blue Beetle that is in the movie, younger version, whatever, and the Blue Beetle I talked about before that's kind of associated with Booster Gold. Apparently he's already like a hero who's active in the city, and apparently he disappeared. Won't get too much into that because that has to do with the plot and stuff, and I don't want to spoil anything. But to be honest, the movie reminded me a lot of the Ant-Man movies. I got a lot of Ant-Man vibes watching this movie. And there's a lot of parallels in the story, to be honest. There's this person lost in another dimension, Ted Cord, the girl Janet Van Dyne, I believe is her name, from Ant-Man. You got this kid, well, Paul Rudd's not a kid, but he kind of stumbles upon the powers similar to Blue Beetle in this case. So a lot of parallels there. So I'd actually recommend this one, even though it probably will not exist in the future. I don't know if they're going to continue off this movie or just take the character and then reboot it. I'm not too sure, but I would definitely like to see some more of this Blue Beetle character, to be honest. And yeah, that's all I watched for this episode. I only got a chance to watch 2 things. I didn't get a chance to watch any more One Piece, which is unfortunate. I still want to get back into it, but just has not happened yet. But hopefully, like talk about having some long weekends coming up. Hopefully I can squeeze in some One Piece. So that is going to be it for this episode of Gangsta Plays, episode 322, Jak and Daxter. What a fun trip down memory lane this was. I really enjoyed myself. My only negative? Well, I guess two negatives. But I'm used to it from, newer games. No subtitles. I think that kind of sucks. I'm just so used to putting on subtitles now with any game. Whenever a game doesn't have subtitles, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then the camera. I thought the camera was a little dog shit. I did get used to it by the end of it, for the most part, but still, at certain points, it definitely annoyed me and was a factor in some stuff. So, other than that, I think it still holds a special place in my heart. Shout out to Naughty Dog. Make nothing but excellent games. And actually, that's something I want to look up. I want to see what they're working on next. I don't know if they've announced or teased or anything, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what they got planned next. So yeah, that is going to be it for me in this episode of Gangsta Plays. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Keep up with everything that's going on the channel. I do have one thing to say. I mentioned it in the last episode of Gangsta Plays, but for the next episode of Gangsta Plays, the next few episodes of Gangsta Plays, episodes that are going to take place in October, I want to do horror games. We've done it for the past few years. I want to bring it back, this tradition. In October, we play horror games. I want to do it again this month, but I would really like some suggestions from you guys. Put them in the comments. Definitely let me know some horror games you would like to see me check out. I've got a couple in mind, but I definitely want some feedback on games that I might have missed that I should check out. So let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions for horror games. Other than that, I think that is going to be it for me. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep up with everything that's going on the channel. I'll catch you guys next time. And until then, guys, peace out.